I am a promise. I'm a possibility. With I'm a big, big of potential, and I'm learning. Anything could work. Good night. Good night. Thank you so much for joining. As you come, please hit the like button for me, please. Thank you. I hope you have a good day and your belly full right now and you relax, you chill. If you're in the cold, just grab a cup of coffee and just sit back and relax. If you're in a Jamaica, yeah, just drink some Kool-Aid, lemonade, aka Quenchade, or better yet, a sorrel beer. Oh yes, that would be much better. Only thing after you drink the sorrel beer, if you have light head like certain people, you might feel a little bit funny, so you might not finish the bottle. But anything you do right now, just make sure you grab a drink and just enjoy your night. Hi Sandra, good night, good night. Thank you so much for tuning in. As you come, guys, please hit the like button for me, please. Hit the like button. I said, people, wanna know say me love planker shopping. Me love AD. Me love her. So you see, anytime I see she do anything where excited and all of that, is like I'm a part of it. Honestly, me feel good in myself every time I see that woman they do something. And me feel proud of her. You know, you have your pitney and you see your pitney as strive. I so me feel proud of the woman when me see she do certain things. And today was one of those days when I sit, I watch her, and me just I feel laugh and big her up. She have her days them, when she go on with her things on her live, and I will sit, my watch, and me just kiss my teeth, and sometimes I just cuss her out. I mean, so oh, if you say that, Mr. Lady, you want them things there, but majority of the times she come, she just be her authentic self, and at the end of the day, we are proud of the woman that she has become. She's coming from a far, far way, would say a mighty long way. So when you see her now, you have to feel proud of her. And I, Miss McCormick, good night, good night. Like up the live for me, please, guys. I only have 2 likes so far and 18 individuals here. So please just hit that thumb button for me, please. Thank you so much. Right, so I am super proud of the lady that she has become. Me can't help it. It's like when you're watching Miss Kitty, I have to do the comparison. And you remember when Miss Kitty had come up, she used to talk about fluffy to the world, fluffy deep, and all of them something there. And when you look at her now, you just have to sit back and you just have to smile because you have seen the growth in her as a media personality, as a woman, as a motivational speaker, as an influencer. You have seen the growth, and it is the same thing with Auntie Donna. For us who are sitting and watching her from COVID time, we have seen the growth. She's coming from a woman we used to come, cuss, go on with certain things, and when you look at her now, you have to wonder if it is the same individual. So I have to say I am proud of her. Every cake season, at the end of the cake season, you realize that she blessed her staff. And this year, it is still the same, like what she do all the while. So we have to big her up. Now, people, I know that a lot of people they might be sitting down and they might be wondering, how is this woman? She just has strive how is this woman? People just admire her from left, right, and center. all over. If you're there at Timbuktu and somebody speak about her and you hear and you go and do your research on her, you realize that instead of you hating her, you get to love her. You don't have to know anything about the Jamaican culture, you know. Once you sit and you listen to her, you realize you like her. You realize people will say certain things about her, and yet still, even though people are speaking the negativity about her, well, not even about her, they might talk up one bag of thing when not go so and all of that. Even though they are doing that, you realize she's still a strive. And I know that whole heap of people sit and they wonder, how is she such a successful businesswoman? I listened to someone some time ago and they made a comparison. They were talking about her educational background, the fact that she don't know how to pronounce certain word, she don't know how, you know, to articulate like how they can. And they were doing the comparison and everything. And I was sitting there and I was listening to the person and I'm like, no, don't do that. And today it was it was the same thing. She came on her live, she did her thing. People who sit, watch, will love what she did. We fall in love with her. It's like all over again when you see she do these things. And I know that somewhere someone is sitting with their phone, they're watching her, and instead of them enjoying the moment with this lady, you realize that them start criticize. They might be saying certain things. I was when before I came on YouTube, since night, I did a video today and I was just looking at it, and there was one particular comment that stand out to me. The person was saying that it is not such a big deal. Why didn't she take them to the US? You see what I'm talking about. So right there, you see the negativity. Because what she did, we are celebrating it. We are in love with her for what she did. Oh, she show appreciation to her staff. And tonight I'm going to speak about be a leader, lead, not be no follower. Nobody come because this is people doing this, you do it. No, don't. Because you see, the thing is, you see, a leader, they earn and they deserve the respect. You see, when you as an individual, whether it be you run a business, you're on social media and so forth, you see, when you are a leader and you come and you demonstrate all the characteristic that a leader should possess, what I think is going to happen, people, they're going to look at you, they're going to admire you, they're going to respect you. You see, when people say, yeah, collect millions of dollars from people, and yet still you are coming in the phone, you have a 10 different piece of paper, you call out the people them where you get the money from, and all of that, people sit, people look at that, and people come to their conclusion as to the type of person that the individual is. You see, when people say, oh, this individual is kind, no matter what, they show kindness to people, whether it be the less fortunate, to those in society, she show the kindness that people deserve. And that is something that a leader should have. You should be able to show kindness to individual. It doesn't matter who the person is. It can be the man on the street where I collect the garbage, the homeless individual. It can be the politician. It can be the prime minister. You show respect. You show kindness no matter what. And you see, when you do that and you continue to show it, people will admire you and people will love you for it. So what people fail to understand is that you have to stand out from the crowd. You can't be a part of it. You have to come, you have to do your thing differently. You can't come and because you see 10 people over there are do the same thing. For example, 10 of them are cook the same food. You come, you start cook the same thing. No, you have to come and you have to do something different. If them a cook the regular Jamaican rice and peas and fried chicken and this, you come now, whether it be with your Chinese food, you start to do your sandwich or something, you come with something that will make a difference in people's life. Because people will look at you and people will say, okay then, that person there over there offer something better. what they're doing, I enjoy it more than what this person is doing. So you're going to realize that people is going to be drawn to you. You have some people, they will say that a leader, people, you can go to school, you can study to become a leader, you can study management, you can do all of that. But honestly, I believe that if you're supposed to be a good leader, it is something that you're born with. No matter how you go school, you see, once that is not a part of who you are as a human being, it now go come. So you can go to school, you can go get a degree in a management studies, you can go do a master's in understand coaching, in emotion, any little thing, psychology, you can go do your master's in it because you're saying that you want to understand people more. You see, if the leadership traits are not within you, no matter how you study, they're not gonna come. Because what is going to stand out is how you grow up seeing people, treating people, how you start, grow, and treat people. So if you grow in an environment where you realize that others are motivated, encouraged, and they're pushed, then you're going to continue with the same thing. If you go in an environment where all you see is the backbiting, the bring down, the fight against each other, what you think is going to happen? You're going to come and you're going to do the same thing. So every single business, they have a boss, but not every single business has a leader. And that is what is making the big difference in a business being successful or not. Or the person that is leading, their characteristic that they possess, or they treat others, that make a big difference. So tonight we're just going to talk about that and so forth. So here in Jamaica, we have a lot of Chinese wholesale supermarket every corner you go. You can guarantee say you go book up one. Sometimes when you go, you see one this or one this, or, and all of them just line out. And one thing for sure, a lot of them have is the way they treat staff. You will hear the workers say, "Who them? Then treat we like dog. Who them? They not treat we good." Sometimes you hear some craziness like if they dust in a shelf and something break, you hear say them have to then dry it out of them pay one time. If it's a high-end liquor like NEC we value how much money, you hear say, oh, this week them now go get paid because all of them liquor minimum wage have to go back to it. They don't think about how the person is going to feed their children and say, okay, this week we're going to take $3,000, next week we do that. They don't do that. You'll hear that during the lunch hour, they don't get lunch hour. If they want to eat something, they eat it right there and they continue working. So when you go to these establishments, you realize that them talk to you certain way. It's like they don't have no drive. When you talk to them and you say, okay, you can't get me that, all right, you realize that then just a move like snail. Then just drag them feet. Then just nothing. Then just not care. And same thing when you go to certain establishment like the government entities, tax office, the hospital, transport place, all of them little places there, when you go and you talk to the government workers, some of them, oh Lord, you have to wonder if they can't hurry. Sometimes you are there waiting in long lines and they're sitting down, when you look, you see two of them. Then turn up a one corner, lean up a one cabinet a chat. Maybe one sit down in a one corner, palm phone, and the long line is there, and they don't care. They just continue. They will look and they will say and they just hold back down them head in a them phone or whatsoever them do. When you go to them and you ask, now miss, you have to go come back. If you want one little no miss, that's the attitude that they give. And what if people will look and they wonder why they behave like that and they're getting paid? It's the way they are being treated. Yesterday, I hear it on the news that FLA, that is a Jamaica fire licensing place, the workers, they walk off the job because of the compensation review. It seems like the government offer them like what they do with all the other civil servants, They offer them a compensation package, but really and truly, when they calculate it, a lot of them, they're going to go home with less. So they did not accept it. So the government was supposed to go back to them and to give them. I'll know. You don't hear anything, nothing. And you wonder, oh, you expect, say, people to go home with less money in a time like this. You realize you hear about the dental surgeon, you hear about this, and you wonder, but wait, what go on? The government don't watch the news. They don't see the civil servants every single week. You hear about another group. They're crying out, and you wonder, so the government not see what happen. Then I say, oh, the people them a ball for their money. I say, well, them a give them not sufficient and so forth. You hear about some craziness. You will hear of cases where people, before this wonderful compensation review that they implemented, you'll hear people say, oh, I used to go on with like $300,000. That is their basic pay and allowance. After compensation review, they take away my allowance. Now everything is taxed, and I'm going home with like 280 and so forth. And you're looking and you're wondering, really now? That's how it go? And you wonder if the government don't hear these things. They're sitting down, they hear them. So when you go to these entities and you're trying to conduct business, sometimes when you go there, you just make an hour from work because you expect so within that hour time, you're going to go to the tax office, you're going to renew your registration, and you're going to be out. It's just one simple thing you're going there to do. So you expect walk in, walk out. No. And when you go there, sometimes you hear people are cuss and I say, "We don't need to hurry up. We don't need." You see, the thing is, when a boss, not even a boss, let me don't use that word because that is a word that we're not going to use. Because you say boss, as the name suggests, then bossy. Then just like to push on people and treat people like crap. So I'm not going to use the word boss. You see, when a lead takes care of the people, show people the love that they deserve, the appreciation that they deserve, when they understand that if it is not for the workers, the millions of dollars that I am enjoying in profit, it wouldn't be possible. If it wasn't for the workers, all the customers that I keep on getting, if they were not giving good customer service, it would not be possible because I would lose all of those customers. If it wasn't for the workers, the wonderful product that I continue to produce year after year, it wouldn't be possible because they would have skylark, the product would have been of inferior quality, would have burn up all of them something there. That is what they fail to understand, and that is what is beating us here in Jamaica with some business. So you see, when you're going at the government entities, the people them not have no motivation. They don't want to work because a lot of them they just go work, because guess what? At the end of the month, they might get the money. Them know say it better for work for government because the job security is there. The benefits they're getting it. So they rather to work for government because they know that the pension sure, the health insurance sure, at the end of the day, the month, the fortnight, they're getting the little money. So they rather to work for government. But the motivation that they need to go to work every single day and to perform at the full potential, they're not getting that motivation. So because they're not getting it no, they go to work, they skylar, them sit down when they reach work a morning time, 8:30, Lord. Let me go on the station now. When then they're at the station, then look up. And the lunchtime yet. They look up every minute because they're looking for whether it be 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, or 1:30 when it their lunchtime. So them look, then look, then look. You see, when them see the clock strike 12, then go on for their lunch. When they come back from lunch, then sit down now, then watch the clock again. All right, 2 o'clock. All right, as soon 5 o'clock, 3 hours to go. 3 o'clock. All right, 2 hours to go. Okay, 4 o'clock, 1 hours to go. You see, 5 minutes to five, bag start pack up. You see, 5 o'clock on the dot, then gone. That is what they're doing. They're just going with the motion. Nothing. They don't have no care in the world. They just go work because they want the pay. Now, imagine a system where the government is taking care of the people like how they take care of themselves. Oh, Repo, I Miss Barrett. Good night, good night. Thank you so much for joining. Right. So imagine a system where the government is taking care of the workers, the civil servants, like how they're taking care of themselves. They get the 350% salary increase, the 150%, the 200. Just imagine those workers knowing how they would have got all out to make sure say everything all right. But no, they don't get it. And you see, a lot of times, and on money, money no motivate people. You have the intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. And really and truly, what of them is not the money, it's just the treatment. You see, if they could get the right treatment, you would be surprised as how they would push out for the employer. But because they're not getting it, them just give the lackadaisical attitude, them just not care, them just do what them have to do to get the pay. So what they're doing, they're supposed to be our leaders, but what they're doing, they're pushing the workers all over the place. This minute you hear, okay, this person reassigned, this person post was abolished, so the person have to go home. This person this person that. That's what you hear because guess what? There is no care for the employees again. All the thinking about is making money. You see, when you look and you hear the amount of money that certain companies bring down, like the tax office and so forth. At one point, I remember when the new Road Traffic Act came in, they said within 1 week, they collected, oh, it was 1 week or 1 month. Don't quote me on that. They collected maybe about close to 30 million. You see, when you hear that figure, they don't come out and say nothing again, because guess why? Nowadays, if you drive on the Jamaican roads and a police officer stop you, what do you think they're going to want to do? They will tell you that, oh, say you were speeding or you're not driving with a seatbelt, your fitness up, I run it and I realize, say, you have outstanding tickets or anything like. So say you're supposed to get a ticket. No, they're not giving a ticket nowadays, dearest. They might go ask you left or right or miss what you can do for me or something like that. That's what they're going to do, what you can do for me. Because them now get it. You see, before them feel good, they want to try out the system, then you say them did go get money. So you realize them are write up all heap of ticket and give people. Nowadays, you better left them with something. All if you dep on the phone attack and say I want $10,000 ticket that, you forget, you better fork out $5,000 and give them or want $3,000. They now go refuse it. Anything you give them are go take it. So imagine you have a system, where the police officers they are taken care of 100%. They don't have no problem with getting their overtime. They don't have no problem when they come out and they speak about the right. They don't have to worry say nobody are gonna send them for interdiction. And when they win the case, they don't have to worry say them boss are gonna carry them a court figure appeal again and them have to go sit down and wait upon the appeal process before they can go back to work. And you see what I realize they don't think that the others are sitting down and they're looking at how this gentleman case is being handled in the court, how them are treated. Me not think them realize. So you see, until they understand what they're supposed to do for the workers, how them supposed to treat the workers. You see, a lot of times they're not asking for raise pay. They're just asking for better working conditions. They're asking for better treatment. That's all they're asking for. Sometimes when they do good, they would really love it if even a letter of appreciation they get. If they even a little token, a little plaque or something, or some of them would have feel boasted when them get that, but no, they don't. Because they're supposed to be the leader, but no, they don't remember that they're supposed to lead. They're supposed to motivate people. They're supposed to show people the appreciation, the love and respect that they deserve. They're supposed to encourage the workers to go above and beyond. But instead, you realize that they're pushing them a boss of people. Hey, you got this so. Oh, no, you shouldn't say that. Me, I tell you what you have to say. I want you to do this interview and I want you to talk this. You can't come again and you can't talk what is on your mind. tell the people them when me want you to say to them, make it look good like everything all right in a John shop. That is what they're saying. When you listen as to what is going on with the ICO, sorry, the Integrity Commission, where from last year you hear about 6 politicians that are under investigation for illicit enrichment, meaning them salary where them have earn and the money where them have and all the asset it now match up. They either have more asset, more money or something, and you have to wonder, but wait, oh you get all of that and you only make this or something. Until to the day you don't hear who those politicians are. People sitting down, they're still wondering who are they? You're not hear nothing. And before they come and they reveal the information, you realize that they're saying, oh, they're waiting for this ruling, they're waiting on that one, and then you hear, oh, the ruling was handed down. But yet still, the information is being withheld from the public. So when you look at all of that, you have to wonder, how do they expect that when we as citizens go to a public place, whether it be the hospital, the schools, and so forth, and we're supposed to get the good customer service, why you're not getting it? Because we not treat the workers them good. You have some companies like NHF, NHT, and those companies, you refer to them as, I think they're statutory bodies or executive agencies, one out of those two. So when you go to them, you realize that you're getting good customer service, everything all right. And me fast, I remember I went to one particular place and the service RGD, I can say the service was good. And I said, no, 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 go on. So I asked, and I get to understand that they have a particular quota that they're supposed to make and so forth. And I was like, okay. And yet here say, some money or something them supposed to get paid. Like if they make this, then get a part of the profit and so forth. I was like, okay, so you understand. So what you realize is that these agencies here in Jamaica, NHT, NHF, RGD, the agency where I make them money, they're doing far better than the others who are sitting down depending on the government for every single thing that they're supposed to do. Because when you check it out, they have a leader who appreciate the employees, showing them the love that they need, encouraging them and so forth. When you hear of a government entity where individuals can work from home and they still perform, you have to, wow, that is something else. That is something else. Because normally, when you give government workers work from home, guess what them do? They skylark. And when you hear say people are work from home and them are work from home for a period of time and they're still producing, that show that they have something good going on. Because you say family time, trust me, the work life balance right there that they get, they don't want to lose it. They appreciate it. They love them like something there. So those are some of the reasons why when you go to entities, you're not getting the good treatment because whosoever they put above them, they don't understand how to motivate the workers. They don't understand how to encourage them. You realize that then just a push certain things down them. The next thing is that if something go wrong, they're ready to crucify the workers. They're ready to go punish them and so forth. They don't stand, they don't take the blame and understand that as a leader, if your team makes a mistake, and also who is a part of the team make the mistake, are you. So you're supposed to be there and you're supposed to take that responsibility. If they ask you who do it, it's it's okay. You can speak to me about it and I will. Sometimes they know say I know you and they will continue pulling because they want to know. Don't ever give up your employees if them ask you who did it. No, take the blame for them because you are the leader. You're leading them. So when they fail, you fail. When they succeed, you succeed. That's how it's supposed to go. Because you see, leaders, they lead by example, not by force. So when they go to work, you realize that they demonstrate certain characteristics and people always admire them. Always. People look up to them. And when you look at what is happening in our society, you see, social media, it is a very powerful tool. Very, very powerful. And I don't know if you all realize this lady, AD, her manager in December, he blessed his workers for Christmas. There is one particular lady that is with him, I think it was 20 years, and she got 200,000 and so forth. I am using this as an example because he is her manager, and when you hear people talk about this dude, you hear them, the respect and everything where them talk or him treating workers them and everything. So imagine now, you're being led by this gentleman. What do you expect? You can't go and like you're not gonna reach up to film level, You him a lead by example. So guess what? He's your manager. You have to make sure say anything your manager do, you make sure say you represent him and represent him well, even though she was doing it before. But I'm just using that as an example to say leader, they lead by example, not by force. Nobody not have to pull you and tell you say, oh, are your team, do this for them. No, you're supposed to be there. And one thing that people don't understand, social media, it is very powerful. Very, very powerful. We sit down, we watch them people here, we jump to our conclusion, we critique every single thing that they do, whether good or bad. And others are sitting, they're looking, and they don't understand that. So people out there, I Galaxy artists, oh, okay. Rapper, do you go to school? Yes, I go to school, I work, and I'm a YouTuber, and I am a mom. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yes, I do go to school. Right. So let me just say, oh Lord, right, social media. They sit down and they glad to come to jump to some conclusion, criticize, tear up people and go on with the most things. And they not understand. You see, when you come, I was watching something and it was someone who sent me the link and said, look, with that lady here in a Jamaica is one of the bloggers. She in a Jamaica. Listen to what she has said. Her mother passed. Listen to how she had cussed out her family and the things that she was saying. And I was sitting there and I'm like, no, don't do that. Because you see, the thing is, as a leader, you have to make sure. You see, when you and your household, you and your team have the problems, whether it be your family members, your friends, no make John know who out a door. No make them know about it. You deal with your thing on the inside. Make them see. Imagine now, you as the leader coming on social media, you're supposed to lead by example. You're supposed to show these people the respect, the love, the appreciation that they need. You're coming on social media, you tear them down and you say all sort of things about them. Just imagine the bad taste that is going to leave in others' mouth. People are going to look at and people are going to say, oh, me no want to work for them. You never hear she anger such and such. Something happened in December where the lady had to she speak to one of her worker in a particular way on the live. Me never like that. Me not even did comment on it or do nothing on it. Me just that was one of the time when me just kiss my teeth and move along. And I was happy when she came back and she apologized and she speak about. I'm like, okay then, because you see, people sit and people look. Me no want to work for that company. Me now work for that company because they not treat them people good. And them not this, oh, you see, oh, such and such did I angle the workers and you want me to go work there. So me now send the application. All if them are the last company to work with. Me now work there so. At them things there people say because of what they're seeing on social media. They now want to work with you. So you realize now that you're there, you're running your business. You wonder why your business is not succeeding. Every minute you have to change workers. Nobody now stay with you. As then come, then resign, then just work the little Christmas money because at Christmas they want some extra money and they know say yeah bake or yeah sell this. So them work, then gone. Next year, come, one another said, come work, gone. The other time, come work, gone. So every year, You just a change workers. What you think is going to happen? People going to sit and they're going to look, and they don't get any time to master the skills that they need to develop good products. Because you see, the thing is, when you're doing something, and you're doing it for a period of time, guess what happened? You realize that you master it. You know the saying, experience teaches wisdom. Yep, you learn from it. So if this year you realize that, oh, guess what? I added too much flour to this batter, so the cake came out tough, or it crack or something like that. You see, next time, say you're not gonna do it. And I saw. So every year when you have the same set of workers, the product is going to improve. It just gonna get better and better because they understand know what they're supposed to do to make it a good product. And you see, when you can stand with them, you can tell them, you can teach them, you can be in your workstation, you have a little talk with them, if you know if you dance or not dance or have on a good time. You see that alone? Oh Lord, it create wonders because nothing nice. Like when I work, I can take up the phone, call them boss, talk to them boss about anything. Boss, say, me not gonna be able to come in today. Or may I run late. Oh, okay then. Be safe on the road and just try to be here by imagine. And when boss, I'm not going to be able to make it in by why? You just hurry up and come here. You see, even if that worker reach 30 minutes, when the person reach work, the mood, the attitude, it sink just by the tone that you give the person, just by the way you communicate to the person. So the person not gonna want to work. The person not gonna feel down. The person not gonna say, "Look how bossy talk to me this morning like me I want little boy or me I want girl. Look how bossy disrespect me this morning just because me I ask for an extra 30 minutes or something like that." So then come work now, They reach like early and everything. If they reach work 7:30, then now take up a piece of paper until 8:30, 8 o'clock if work start, 8 o'clock. They're not doing anything until work start. And you have some workers, they reach work early, then start work. You have some work over 4 or 5 o'clock and they stay behind, not claiming overtime. They just stay behind because they said, oh, I have this to do. So I go make sure I prepare it for tomorrow, me finish it or something. When them know say them not have a good leader who encourage them, if them said, I want a little extra time today, and the person make up them face, talk to them a certain way and so forth. As 5 o'clock come, they're going to leave that post, then gone. They're not going to go the extra mile for you. And that is what people have to understand. Treat your workers them good. You see, if you not treat them good, your business are gonna go downhill. You go sit down and you wonder how nothing now go on in your business. You realize your products them are sell. And when you sit down and you check the money, sometimes you realize you could like no money now make. And not making money now make. It's just that when the cashier or whosoever cash and them know you not give them nothing but the minimum wage, Christmas come, they not even get one $5,000, one free cake or one free wine. So when them did they and everything, you realize that them a look, they make sure try to which angle the camera position, and when they okay, let me put a $5,000 there so or a $3,000, and that's what they do. You realize that the person in warehouse, you will sit there and you say, but I know that I ordered 20 cases, and based on the 20 cases, I was supposed to make such and such amount. Me now make it. The money we make is like after 18 cases. What happened to the next two? Guess what happened for the next two? The man in the warehouse decide say, oh, guess what? The three of them are gonna make up and them are gonna send it out. So today, that one they gone with 3 in a them bag. Tomorrow, that one they gone with 6. The next one they have one next 6. And it just move out. And then gone on the street side, gone hustle it to make one little extra. When if you did a treat them good, all of that would not happen. Because once them a work for somebody where them love, them a work for a company where them love, they don't want to see that company they sink, They don't want to see that company sink. They just want to make sure so them have them job and everything. There is this particular company here in Jamaica. and two particular companies. And I don't know if people really realize what is happening with these two companies. One, National Bakery, and the next one, Pan Lake Spain Road, Wesinco. You see, when you talk, when you hear people who work at them places there, it's like when you hear them, you wonder which part them work. Cause then talk about them place like a heaven them work, you know. They not talk nothing bad about them workplace, and you wonder sometimes, but wait, and where for them boss I do, so for them boss treat them. Some of them will work there, you realize that them not talk good about the place because of the type of supervisors that they have. Okay, what? How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Right. So, because of the type of supervisors that they have, they will speak bad about the company. They won't want do certain things, but majority of the workers that work at these companies, they go above and beyond. When you check with Cinco and you wonder what go on, when you hear the people them tell you say, "Oh, me not pay fair go work. The company bus come pick me up and drop me off." And you wonder, huh? Really? And you're looking at you say, yeah, them say, yeah, the company bus pick me up a morning time, this hours or that hours. And you might be saying, okay, where the company bus pick you up? Plazas. Oh no, it drive on my road and you're like, okay, then. You hear about then something and you hear about, oh no, we got this or we got that. And you're like, okay, then. You hear, oh no, I got the time off to go to school. And you're like, wow, okay. Because you're thinking to yourself, is that for real? You get all of that for your company? Because when you work and you get certain things, you're not going to want to leave that place of employment. Imagine you're working somewhere and you're getting the time to go to school. You know, if you say, oh, me have work today, me can't go to school. Your workplace give you the time off. You get your same pay. They not cut your pay, you're gone to school and you get your day's pay. Or if you leave half day, then I give you half day pay, then give you your full day pay just the same. You're gone to school. If anything happened to you, you realize that they are there for you right along the way. Then I left you out there in the cold. If you're working for someone who do all of that for you, you're not going to want to leave. You're not going to want to leave, The person don't have to take you to any expensive place. They don't have to carry up on a trip overseas or anything like that for you to appreciate them. Just the small things that they do alone, you'd appreciate. Imagine you're a worker, you're working, you have your supervisor, your manager, and you lost a loved one. Them know say you lost, whether it be your mother, your father, somebody close to you. And you come work every day. They don't even give you a card. My condolences. You don't even get a little wreath, a little orchid, a little basket. You don't get nothing from your employer. How would you feel? And you ask a compassionate leave. They might go tell you, say, oh, you can't get leave because we are in the peak season. It is the end of the financial year, or it is tax time, or it is the summer, it is Christmas. You can't get any leave. It's our peak season. And you're sitting there and you're saying, but I just lost my father or my mother or something. How would you feel knowing that you're going through that emotional distress right there, and you're asking your employer just whether it be for 2 days, 3 days a week, and they can't give it to you. They're telling you it's their peak season. How would you feel? Just think about it. Because you see what they fail to understand, a lot of them, they think about the profit, the profit, the profit, the money, the money, the money. They don't think about the employees. Because if you have an employee who is going through something like that, and you can't give them the time off so they can go and take care of the business, run up and down, make all the arrangements that they need to make. The person have to their work, the person come work today, then they on their phone, you realize they then start to make pure mistake on the job. They can't think properly because their mind is elsewhere. Their mind is I worry if John I gotta do this properly. John supposed to go at the funeral home, wonder if him reach, wonder if him select the right package, wonder if him do this, wonder no. Just imagine you give that person the time off. They go, they recoup, they come back to work, they take care of them business. You send them a little arcade, a little gift basket, or even a little token. That alone can make a huge difference. Even if you don't send them anything, you say to them that, okay, guess what? We understand that you lost your loved one, and what we're going to do for you is that we're going to give you 3 days off. It won't come out of your leave or anything. It's going to be days off with pay because of what you're going through and so forth. Just imagine how that person is going to look at you. Just imagine how that person is going to view the company if you send them something, because a lot of employers, what they will do is they will send the workers, whether it be a wreath at the funeral, an arcade, a basket or something, and they think that's all. No. Mm-mm, that's not all. You have to show the compassionate side. Let them see that, guess what, I am your leader. I have a heart. I understand what you're going through and so forth. Sometimes you don't have to go to them with any long speech. You don't have to go tell them, say, oh, you know that I understand what you're going through. I lost my mom. And start tell them one long story from Yaso to Timbuktu. You don't have to do that. All you have to do is, oh, I'm so sorry. And you give the person a hug. And anytime you want, just have it and just let me know what I can do for you. If you need to leave work early, leave work early. If you can't give the person the full time off, because sometimes as managers, leaders, your hands are tied. So all you can say is that, okay, then I can't give you whether it be the 2 days that you want, but I'm going to give you 3 off day or 4 off day. You come work, you sign by 12 o'clock, you go and take care of your business. Or you take care of your business in the morning and you come by 1 o'clock. That alone will make a huge difference to the person. So you have to understand that no matter the situation, if you're working for a big top company, if you're working for the little Chinaman, you work at one little corner shop, show people the love, the appreciation, because that alone will determine if your business are gonna be stagnant or if it are gonna flourish. When you're looking at what if the companies them stagnant, them have got through rough time, especially the set that are family owned, some of them, because guess what is happening now? Because say, I'm my father company, nobody can fire me. You gotta work now, You talk to the reception. See me I come when you not open the door, the person open the door for you, not even a thanks. You will say to the office attendant, where's my coffee? The person bring your coffee. Not even thank you, you start to find fault because you are saying to yourself, guess what, my father company this. I am on top. Nobody can fire me. I will run things. Your father now, build the company from scratch, and everything. It a go on because people love and respect your father as the type of leader that he is. Now you are come, the first ripe one, as we in a Jamaican call it, the frightened Friday one. The one we born with the gold spoon in their mouth with believe say they're not supposed to work for anything. When them get it, them pop it down, you know what come. And because you see all of this wonderful thing, you're driving the BMW, you live in the expensive apartment in New Kingston, you go to all of the high-end parties, you're a friend with this politician and all of that. So you feel like you're on top. You feel like you're living the life. And you start to treat your father workers in a manner that is disrespectful to them as human beings. You start degrade them. You start tell them certain things. And now the business is supposed to pass down to you now. Your father gone now on retirement. You're supposed to run the company. You realize that your father gone. The warehouse supervisor, look a bit after annual letter, they leaving. They get a work elsewhere. You're wondering, okay, then you collect it. Little bit after, the production supervisor, the production manager, gone. You wonder, oh, what go on? Little bit after, the accountant gone, HR gone. You realize that since you now take over, everybody resigning is like resigning become the thing in the company. You just a change management, and you're sitting there and you might be wondering, okay, let them go. I can get somebody. That one they not even did have no degree or anything. Them gone now, You say you are the big boss. Me not gonna say you're the leader now, you're the boss. You're on top of things. You get your people them, they have them masters, them have them this and everything. And then you realize something else start happening. The workers them now, them all resign. And when the workers them are resign, all of the people them with the knowledge, the experience, them gone now, And now you're sitting there, you wonder, you see sales start decline. You realize the couple are your top clients, customers, them a pull the business. You're sitting and wonder, what happened? No, we're supposed to be fine. What is happening? Why? Because you never treat the people them good. Everybody that know how to develop this, how to provide this, the living, because you see the experience that they have, the knowledge that they gain throughout the years, them can guard them bed, them can shut them eye, and then can run, whether it be the warehouse, then can shut their eye, then can tell you how much money you have in a this account, then can tell you how to do this, then can do all of them something there. And now you realize that you take over the business. When your father had it, it was on top. Money are coming left, right, and center. Now you take over, you lose the money. And you're sitting and you're wondering, why is this happening? I have the qualification that my dad didn't have. This manager have this and that, and you're sitting and you're wondering because you not treat people good. So one heap of time, you realize that you'll hear that a company is in existence for 20 years, this a year, and all of a sudden you hear this a company I got shut down, that a company, and you wonder what go on. Instead of them sale you say the up top, yeah, year said this year they only make 3 million, and you realize it go down, down, down. You wonder what go on. Anytime you see something like that, just look at what is happening at management. Look what is happening right up there, because at times it's something going on up top. A perfect example is the big top bank here in Jamaica, the one that start with N, that money are missing out of people account like crazy. Look what is happening there. Recently, all the top leaders, they basically left the company. Not by will, they left the company. Lo and behold, the other day, for the first time, you hear that Scotia Bank, they make more money than this bank. The first in much years, because that bank always used to be the high performing bank here in Jamaica. And now you hear that Scotia Bank is taking over. Scotia Bank are run things. You hear people are run go Scotia Bank because of this and because of that. And you're sitting and you wonder, what go on? You see right there, so people them a look. The money are missing out of the account. The treatment where the workers them used to get, them now get it. So before that, you realize that them start going with certain things. And what is happening? It is affecting the company overall performance. So no bad thing say, because you as a manager, supervisor, or even a team leader, don't think that you are just there in the company just to make sure say everything run right. No, you have a domino effect on the company how you treat people, because you see, if you treat your workers that they give to you, that you're responsible for, in a respectful manner, you show them the love and the appreciation that they need, guess what is going to happen? You're going to have a high performance team. You're going to realize that whether it be every quarter, your team are going to surpass the target that they were given. When you talk to them in the respectful manner, degrade them, cuss them out, say certain things to them, You give them the flexibility that they need. You're gonna realize that that alone and make a big difference. When you can come and you can say thank you, when people can sit and people can say, Paula angle the money bag for much years and not one time you ever hear say money go missing. And a Paula always have the money bag. If you're as a donor here in Jamaica, you're supposed to donate, especially if you're in Kingston. And when you call and you say, okay, meet me here, so, and you realize that every time a Paula come and Paula collect the money, and you never hear say the money no reach, you always get that call, say the money reach, and if you send $10,000, a $10,000 reach. If you send 100,000, a $100,000 reach. You see, when you have workers like that, somebody will can manage your money and already I feed. Trust me, you have to hold on to them. When you have somebody who go above and beyond to make sure say your product come out good, when you're tired, then look on you and say, bossy, what, go get a rest. May have this luck. Go sleep. Go shut your eye. You're lying. I talked to Paula last night. Oh, me I lie about talk to Paula last night. Oh yes, Port Authority is a good place to work also. Mm-hmm. We are talk about now. You're lying. I talked to Paula last night. Me don't know what you are talk about. Anyway, back to what I was saying now. Yes, when you have workers like that, you have to hold on to them and hold on tight because it's hard to come by good workers. And some people they will get the good workers, and because of their dirty attitude, the good worker gone. The person now stay with them because of them dirty. They don't speak to them properly. They mistreat them and all of that. When you have people who work for companies and you hear them say, oh, them I work for them for 30 odd years, 20 odd years, and you wonder how you work with one company so long. You wonder. And sometimes some of them, they don't have nothing good to say about the company. Then just stay there because whether it be, they don't want to go out and look another job, they're comfortable, the treatment good, they just stay there. When you see them something there, you have a lot of people in organizations. You see, because they will look and they're going to say, oh, I'm not the supervisor, I'm not the manager, I'm not in any leadership position. So they will see certain things going wrong. They will see one of their fellow co-worker I go through something, and them not try for said them I got give that person there a little encouragement for help to see what them can do to the person. Then just like I said, well, I know my responsibility. Me, I don't want a supervisor. Me no business about that. Then turn a blind eye to it. You see, sometimes in companies, when you have a worker who you realize have the potential, the leadership potential, whole heap of time. I remember I was working for a particular company and there was this office attendant. Me and the woman are the one of the best. And every time they realize it, she good with what she do. What you think the company do? The company send her a school and everything. Now when you look, that office attendant is in a managerial position. That woman then now left the work. She's not going to leave it. So it doesn't matter the position that you're in. You can be the office attendant, you can be the part-time cleaner, you can be the telephone operator. You see, once you see certain things and you know that you can make a difference, don't say it is not your responsibility. Try to make the difference within that person's life. And you see, when you do, maybe who's supposed to see you will see you and they will appreciate you for that. They will either give you a promotion, send you back to school like what they did with that office attendant or something. Because if you're a real leader, nothing say you gotta go to school and you gotta learn how to do it. And that's how it go. It is within you. It just come natural. You can't help it. When you see people down, you just have to treat them good. You have to try to cheer them up. You can't help it when you see somebody has suffer. You just have to make sure so you try to provide for them because it is within you. You not have to force. You see some people, then we turn a blind eye. You can't do that because the human side of you, anytime you see things like that, it touch your heart And you have to say, no man, me have to try if you do something for help Marlene. Me have to try if you do something for help Pat. That's how it goes. And maybe when you do that, your company will look at you and say, you know what? You know, say, Miss Bev are the attendant. And I realize that she is very good. Her interpersonal skills is excellent. Her problem solving skills up there. Her management, her leadership skill up there. Her customer, she's customer focused, customer it are. And then you know what? Let me find out what you want to do. Or let me promote her to a senior office attendant so she can provide leadership to the others. Maybe they will see, maybe they will do something. Just imagine if you never do nothing, maybe that promotion where you will want, you wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it. Sometime when you look at it, so you realize that what some companies nowadays start to do is that whenever they are going to promote people into certain positions, you realize that they will take them out of the normal office settings, and they will put them in a settings with group of people, whether it be a party, a weekend something, a weekend retreat. They will just take them out of the norm, and put them there because they want to see how the person is going to treat others. They want to see how the person going to react, so when they're in the company, them now go see certain things. They now go see how the person really and truly treat people. Because maybe when they reach work, oh, let me put on my work cap. Oh, but me put on this cap. So they reach work now. Oh, good morning. You act like you're Miss Prim and Proper. You act like you're the nicest thing since sliced bread. And outside of that, when they put in our settings and where you go, where people are going to have to serve you, like on a retreat, they realize that you start to treat the waitress, the serving staff less. You start to look down on them. You start to speak bad to them and all of that. And maybe then they might go see the truth with you. Well, when it's a part of you, no matter the settings that you're in, it just come out, it's just flow naturally because that is who you are. You can't help it. So you see, when you come on live, them now go hear you today. A cuss out lady in the dark. You tell her, say, oh, this, all that. You tell her about all her beautiful body parts. You tell her, oh, her head picky, giant, picky. You tell her, oh, her foot then look like drumstick. You tell her, oh, she shaped like Madans. All of them something there. And the next day you come, oh, we should learn to live loving to each other. Oh, we should do this. We should do that. Mm-mm. When it's a part of you, no matter the situation that you're faced with, no matter, it will just come naturally. You're not going to degrade nobody. You're not going to disrespect nobody. You're not gonna do that, you're not gonna say, you know what, say that person send me some money, and the money did feel help that 79-year-old woman if you pay her doctor fee, you know what me I gonna do? Me I gonna give her part and hold back part because my light bill have to pay. Or you know what? Me know say me have a donor the overseas, Me have them three donor, them I go call the one, them I go tell them say, Miss Bev, one new glasses. You call the one they send $200. You call the next one tell you say, oh, me I go buy the glasses for you. And you say, all right, then you call the next one say, all right, then me I go send you $300. And remember, somebody already tell you say, I go buy the glasses for you, And you did it and you take all of it and you carry Miss Bev and Miss Bev get her glasses and everything and all of them see, you come, you know, talk, nothing, you know, say nothing. Everybody see, them come, them watch, then see Miss Bev get the glasses, then feel like, oh, my $200 help with Miss Bev getting her glasses, my $300 help. Pity them no know. Say somebody pay for everything. The $200 where them sell gone in a year pocket are gone elsewhere. They don't know that. And when you look upon them things there, you wonder why people continue to talk and say you are SCAMMER. Why people continue to talk and say you wonder because of things like that. So you see, when say you get this, you call that one and you say, oh, guess what? One of my donor in England said, I'm going to buy Miss Bev glasses. So The $200 where you send, me go send it back to you or tell me what you want me to do with it. You call the next one at Canada and you say, oh, guess what? What am I doing now? A UK, I go buy Miss Bev glasses. What you want me to do with the $300 where you give me? You want me to send it back to you or what? Instead, you take it and you do it. You see, when you do all of them, some people start to look on you shady. Then start to question your character. Because you see, when you lead with by example, you come, you do the right thing every single step of the way, people are going to admire you, people are going to respect you, people are going to want cheer on your business, support your business no matter what. You have some of them on social media. They will sit and they will wonder why nobody now support my business. Why nobody now do this? Those are the reason why. So people, please understand that anything you want to achieve, you can achieve it. But don't think you're going to achieve it by yourself. If you go to school, you're going to have to do group work. If you're in an organization, if you're the accountant, you have to depend on somebody to send your invoices for payment. You have to depend on somebody for in at the bank where to push through the money. If you're working to advertise your position for you, you have to make sure that people out there give your company a good recommendation. So every single thing that you do, don't think that it's because of you. You're the one that is pushing everything. You're the one that is totally in control. No, you have to depend on people. So because you know that you want your business to succeed, you have to depend on everybody out there. You have to depend on your workers. You have to depend on your suppliers, your customers, them. So you see, because you know that, guess what is going to happen? You have to make sure so you lead and you lead from the front. You can't expect say your workers them are gonna lead for you. You have to do it yourself. Let them see that you're leading by example. So if it means say when a customer come and the customer not have the full amount of money, nobody turn them away. Say to them that okay then, since you never know that that is the price, so forth. You'd be surprised to know that you take whether it be $500 short, somebody will come and guess what? You realize so you make it double. Or that same person will come back and say, oh, remember such and such time you sell me this for such a, and they give you the money. You never did I expect that. So just understand that your business will succeed based on how you treat people, because it is not about you. Every single thing that you do, you have to depend on others. You have to depend on your families. You have to depend on your friends. You have to depend on the people that will work at the gas station. You have to depend on the people that will selling at the party shop where you buy party from. You have to depend on people. It's not about you. So treat people with love and respect, and that alone will go a far way. That alone will determine if your business is going to succeed or if it is going to fail. Because if you're a boss who just push around people, stuff things down their mouth, talk to them in the most disrespectful manner, guess what is going to happen? Nothing going to go on for your business. Your business are going stagnant. Your business not going to grow. So understand that as a leader, you're supposed to make others better. So don't think, say, you're going to get this person and this person are going to remain in the same position with them there. You see everything. So if you realize that the person is a good worker, promote the person, make the person better. If the person come and I work with you and you realize that the person not doing this right, instead of speaking badly to them or reprimand them, just encourage them, take them aside and teach them how to do the work. Let them know how to do it properly and so forth. And that alone will make a big difference. So, guys, thank you so much for joining. Please be a leader in every single thing that you do. Don't sit and watch others and envy them because of their success. Know that they have to work hard for it. They understand that every single thing that they do is because of the people around them that is making them successful. It is not about them alone. So just understand that if you want to be successful, you have to treat others good. So thank you so much for joining. Please have a pleasant good night. So Thank you, guys. Adios.